Buddy, Anonymous here, and welcome to a game called What Remains of Edith Finch.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning.
So pretty much as you see, I've already finished the game, but I really don't remember that much. So pretty much, if you don't know what Remains of Edith Finch is about, it's pretty much...
until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
So like I was saying, if you don't know, what Remains of Edith Finch is about.
Box were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
It's pretty much like, so as you can see right now, we're playing as a 17-year-old, and she's, I believe she said 9 months pregnant in one of her stories.
My mother left
or at least 7.
Didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
So hold on. So pretty much what Remains of Edith Finch is about is you're playing as a 17-year-old named Edith Finch, who I believe she said she's like 7 or 9 months pregnant, and you're coming back to your old house where your family used to live. But as you see right here, pretty much everyone besides your son, who's just opened the book we saw at the beginning, is dead. And Edith right now, but yeah. So pretty much we're gonna go through all of these stories, and these two would be, as you see, whenever I highlight one, the other one gets highlighted. Pretty much it's a double story, so when I play one, they both show their stories.
I wouldn't have driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
So I believe last time I went down there. Oh wow. So pretty much.
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
So pretty much her
the house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Almost like her whole family died, but her mom like never told her about it.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
So she comes back to it to learn how her ancestors pretty much died. Well, not ancestors, kind of.
Now,
you know what I mean.
I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
You do not go to the fucking front door. You go to the doggy door.
Crawling through the the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
I'll leave that alone for now, even though I already know what it does.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie waited and drilled peepholes. Those had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Sven and Edie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
No, Lido. Sven the man. Oof. Well, that's a short video.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind the door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back. I kept eating and eating. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. My Halloween candy was all gone. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
No, she was my boy.
I
Moonshine.
tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Get your...
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Damn, that heart
I
bit.
was a shark.
Oh, I think you're dead.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I'm so sorry.
His belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, his belly with a rusty razor, in the morning. What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? Put him in bed with the captain's daughter, put him in bed with the captain's daughter, put him in bed with the captain's daughter. What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? Struck with a longbow till he's sober, struck with a longbow till he's sober, struck with a longbow till he's sober. What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? Put him in the scuppers with a hose by bottom, put him in the scuppers with a hose by bottom, put him in the scuppers with a hose by bottom, early in the morning. What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? What shall I do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. He-ho, she rises, he-ho, she rises, he-ho, she rises early in the morning.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Okay, well, we'll come back in the next video to
I
see.
knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Like I was saying, we'll come back in the next video to see Calvin's story and others. And I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please smash that like button and subscribe.